Hi there, my name is Vasil and I am the CEO of a digital agency called Creative 27 in Los Angeles. Now, we are an app agency and we work with a lot of professionals all over the world. As a matter of fact, we have several teams throughout the world, development teams, animators, user experience designer, user interface designers, you name it. Our team is pretty much global. And there's a huge benefit to having a global team. Why? Because you don't have to select from the same pool that any other company from a specific location has to be limited to, right? So if I'm in Los Angeles, then I have to look for the best user experience designer slash interface designer in Los Angeles. And while there are many, many talented professionals in Los Angeles, the demand is very high. And so sometimes you might find the right person, other times not. But the point is having a global audience and just a global pool of professionals to choose from, it's a huge benefit. Now, here's the challenge that comes with that. The challenge that comes with that is how do you keep everybody on the same page? And how specifically do you manage remote teams? As you can imagine, some of the teams are in countries where they're on a different time zone. And so the communication between teams that are located, continents apart, it is important that there's clarity, that there's efficiency, and that there's transparency in communication. So today specifically what I want to talk about is how do you effectively communicate with remote teams. And so to do that, I am using a program called Vabotu, and you can find out more at vabotu.com. That's V-A-B-O-T-U. Again, V-A-B-O-T-U, vabotu.com. So in this tool, what I can do, I have three tabs here. I have the messaging, I have the tasks boards, and then I have the media section. Now, what I love about this tool is that I can invite all of my team members to be here, and I can create different workspaces where I can communicate with that team. So for instance, here I was working on a project called the Assuaged app. It's a very cool project. We launched this product. You can find out more at assuaged.com. This is an award-winning product we're very proud of, and it's doing really, really well. And so when we started creating this product, the first thing that we needed to do is get all of our team inside of this workspace so that all of the messaging can happen in regards to this project inside of this workspace. So as you can see, I have several team members here. I've got Alice, I've got Jessica, John, and I've got Justice. And these members are inside of a private workspace. And so what that means that particularly in the messaging section, everything that we communicate on and about is only visible to those members who are part of this workspace. And so as you can see, there's messaging that are being sent between the teams. So we have Alice, John, Jessica communicating here. And what's beautiful about this is you can go ahead and write your message in here. And so as you write your message, you can go ahead and add images to a message. And you can add multiple images. As you can see, Alice just added several images here, right? We have 6, 7, 8 images. And you can do that all at once, right? So I can go here and I can say, here are some designs that, I gotta learn how to spell designs. Here are some designs that I've worked on. And I can go here and I can attach a file, right? And I can either upload or I can choose to just drag and drop images here. So if I were gonna go to upload, then I can go, let's see if I have something here. If I go to my columns, maybe if we go to media, maybe we got some mock-up images just for, so I can go and select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's say I have 10 images that I want to add. Once I do that, all of the images are added here. So as opposed to just doing one image per message, this just makes it really convenient. And from here, I can go ahead and tap done. I can see all of the images that I want to include right here. Of course, I can remove an image if I choose to. So let's say I look at this and I say, I don't know about this image here. Maybe I want to remove it, or this one. I can just tap the X and it will automatically remove it. And of course, if I want to attach more images, I can do that. So once I'm ready, I can go ahead and send this message through. Okay, so I sent this message through. I'm actually logged in as Alice, and I guess I would have a pretty deep voice if I was Alice. So I'm using her account now, but nonetheless, you can see the images here. And what's cool now is that I can actually add comments onto an image if I choose to. So once I open an image, I can just go here and say, you know, maybe let's change this to pink. And I can send. And this is showing me now who's sending the message, and anybody that's part of this workspace can go and they can reply back, or they can see exactly what needs to be done here. So that just makes it really effective. But more than that, it helps us bring clarity to communication, right? So if we upload a design, like I'll show you several designs that were uploaded here. And maybe let's take a look at the UX portion of it. So here are some UX screens. And as you can see, there's a comment here, and this comment says, please change this to an image. Okay. But let's say you share this internally with the team and you're thinking, gosh, you know, I don't know about this image, you know, maybe this image should change, or, you know, I like these buttons here, but they need to be a little bit more rounded, right? Any comments that you have, or maybe in regards to the annotations, maybe you're thinking, hey, you know what, this is not clear enough. We need a little bit more content here so that when we present to the client, they know exactly what we're talking about. This just makes it really easy. And of course, you can add as many comments as you want, right? You know, here you can say more annotations and clarity, please, okay? And I can put a label on this. I can say maybe, you know, maybe this is in progress. Maybe we're still working on this. And I can add another comment here if I choose to. Maybe we say, make these buttons round, right? And so that's kind of neat. Maybe this is a high priority item, or maybe we're just saying that has not started, right? So we still need to work on it. And so that's kind of neat. And what's nice about this is that, you see, it automatically tells me how many comments I have here. And so now if somebody comes in and, you know, maybe I'm going to share this message with someone, right? I can go ahead and share this message if I choose to. And maybe in this message, I'm going to go ahead and mention Justice. And I'm going to say, Justice, please address the comments mentioned here. And you know what's kind of cool is that we got the spell check available here. And by the way, we're looking at a native desktop Mac application right now. You can download this for Windows as well. And so, see, Mark can come back here, or I'm sorry, this is John. John can come back here and he can either write me back and let me know that he completed this, or what's awesome is he can add a reaction. You know, like I said, you know, awesome. You know, or he can say, you know, I love this, etc. And you know, I can even go over reaction and see exactly who left that reaction. So here, like, we have a number of reactions. So here I have 2 likes. I can see who liked that. So I can see that Jessica liked that, and I can see that Alice liked that. And so as you collaborate with the team, this makes it really, really useful. What's neat is you can also edit a message if you need to. So if you know, if there's more that you need to say, you can always do that. You can delete a message, etc. So this is just one aspect that you can bring clarity to your team's communication, not to mention the board section where you can actually assign tasks directly to the members inside of this workspace. This is beautiful. Imagine using several tools to do that, right? Like, let's say if you have Slack and if you have Trello and you try to use those tools, not there's anything particularly wrong with those tools, but context switching, when you constantly need to switch between apps. Now I'm using Slack for messaging, and now I'm using Trello for boards. Every time you switch between those 2 programs, there's a productivity loss, right? You're not as focused. You got to focus on a different interface. Your mind has to shift. Everything is not in the same place. And maybe you argue, well, wait a minute. Well, with Slack, I have integrations. Yeah, you have integrations. That's fine. But it's still, you cannot do everything in Slack. You still have to go to Trello to do what you need to do. Not to mention, if you have a big team, specifically new team members, or maybe even clients or vendors that you're onboarding onto the platform, now you have to teach those members and clients and your team members, coworkers, etc., how to use both of the platforms. So that's counterintuitive. The last thing I wanted to say, pricing is, $9 per month for your entire company. That's how much it costs you to use Vabotu. $9 per month, unlimited users. Whether your company has 10,000 employees or they have 100 employees, it doesn't matter. Your price is $9 per month. If you think of Slack or Trello, you're paying per user per month to get a bunch to get a bunch of features that are very useful, but it costs a lot of money. I mean, imagine if your team is just 30 members long, and you need to get a pro subscription for each one of those members. With Trello, I forgot, it's like $9 or $10 per month, and with Slack, it's about $7 to $8 per month. Multiply that by 30 for both of those applications per month, right? And you're already running to $500-600 putting it all that together, and that's a lot of money. But with Vabotu, it's $9 per month, and you have all of these tools included. So just something to think about. I think it's an amazing program. There's a 60-day free trial that you can sign up for. You don't have to put a credit card or anything like that. So I encourage you to give it a shot and see how it works. And if this is something that's working out for you, I would love to hear what is it that you've done with Vabotu. If there's anything that you think needs to be improved, would love to hear more about this from the feedback.